Next, we are going to discuss how to work individually with a child who has experienced trauma. A child who has gone through trauma normally shows different behavior as a result of it. Sometimes this behavior can be challenging and disruptive to the learning environment. As a result, it is our job to try to help them correct the behavior. This is an ABCs chart, which I'm sure you are all familiar with as we all worked with it in undergrad. This tool is essential to working on fixing a behavior. We are going to review it now. First, we're going to write down the behavior. Describe the behavior in detail. Now, when filling out this chart, it may be useful to have any witnesses that were there with you, so you guys can give as much detail as possible. However, if it's just you filling it out, that will work fine too. Next is general context. Where did the incident occur? What exactly happened when the incident occurred? Was another child singing? Was the student asked to clean up their toys by an adult? Was anyone else involved in the incident? A school staff member? A peer? What items were around the student? Items like food, books, toys, any material. Next is the antecedent. What happened before the incident occurred? Where was the student at? What was the student doing before the incident? Who was around them? Next is behavior. What happened during the incident? Be descriptive and as non-biased as you can be. Don't describe what you think happened or how it seemed. Give facts. What exactly happened? Make this as black and white as possible. Next is consequences. What happened after the incident? Was there a resolution? How did it end? How did the people around respond? Were they calm, angry, shocked? How did they respond? And lastly, how did the student respond after the behavior? Last, circle the function demonstrated by the behavior. This section can be hard, but you're just giving your best guess here. Is the student doing the behavior to avoid something? To seek attention? Is it to get an desired activity or thing? Was it self-stimulating? You make your best guess. After you've filled out this chart, you can work with a team or alone and go over the chart. Were there any patterns here? Maybe you filled out this chart multiple times and the child is always showing behavior in the cafeteria. Or a student seems like they're being triggered by another student. All of this is important to keep in mind in order to help fix the behavior. Once you've given all of your guesses, come up with solutions to the behavior. If another student is bothering them, you could teach them self-soothing techniques and work with them on how to relax. You could teach them to walk away, ask to go on a movement break, take deep breaths, whatever you think would help that student. Remember, you know your student best, so your opinion matters. What you think is best is what you should go with. Trauma-informed teaching is incredibly important, but like all forms of teaching, it isn't easy and it can be exhausting. As teachers, we care about our students so much so that we almost take on the trauma ourselves. It is important to remember that their trauma is not our trauma. From personal experience, I know that that isn't an easy concept, but we have to remember that in order for us to help our students, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to be emotionally, mentally, physically healthy in order to help them reach their full healthiness too. Teacher burnout is a real thing, and so is secondary trauma, and that leads to compassion fatigue. We need to take breaks, take care of ourselves, and remember that in order to fill up our students' classes, we need to fill up ours first. Remember to take care of yourself. For anyone interested in learning more, please look at my references. There are some amazing books, websites, and articles in here. Also, don't forget about Lauren's presentation that she did on trauma as well. She also has some amazing references. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for your time and have a great night.